New Orleans Pelicans vs Houston Rockets. The Houston Rockets, fresh off of ending a 6-game losing streak with a 134-127 win over the Magic, continued their road trip into Toronto on Wednesday night. The Raptors' shooters were more than the young Rockets could handle, and Houston went right back into the loss column with a 116-109 defeat in Toronto. The Rockets jumped out to a lead in this one, but turnovers, particularly in the fourth quarter, sealed their fate in the team's 7th loss in 8 games. Jabari Smith Jr. led the way with a double-double, scoring 15 points to go along with 10 rebounds. Point guard Kevin Porter Jr. also got into the double-double spirit with 12 points and 11 assists. The New Orleans Pelicans are at .500 this season with a record of 6-6 thus far. They have lost 3 out of their last 4 games despite getting healthier and featuring their primary forward combo of Brandon Ingram and Zion Williamson in recent games. In their last game, the Pelicans fell to Trailblazers 106-95 after being outscored by 17 points in the second half. The loss dropped the Pelicans to 2-2 at home this season. Williamson did his part, scoring 29 points in the loss, but his running mate, Ingram, struggled with foul trouble and eventually fouled out while scoring just 14 points in the loss. Despite their record, the Rockets have played extremely hard for Silas both last year and to start this season. That is indicated in key statistical areas like rebounding and personal fouls, due to their aggression. Houston is 7-5 at TS this season, despite sitting at just 2-10. They will be tested here by another young, aggressive team in the Pelicans. The Pelicans have shown their youth this season through their inconsistency. While they sit at 6-6 overall, they are just 5-7 at TS. After starting the season with 2 double-digit wins, the Pelicans have only one win by over 10 points since that time. The Rockets, meanwhile, have only lost 3 of their 10 losses by more than 10 points. Take the points and go with the Rockets. The Houston Rockets went on the road and lost to the Toronto Raptors by a final score of 116-109. They came out firing, scoring 37 points in the first quarter, but failed to keep the pressure on offensively. They finished shooting 37 of 84, 44% overall, 9 of 35, 25.7% from 3, and 31 free throw attempts. Shooting guard Jalen Green played 40 minutes and finished with 21 points, 6 rebounds, and 6 assists. Defensively, they need to continue the pressure as they recorded 7 blocks and 9 steals. They scored 31 points off turnovers and need to continue forcing the hands if they want to win games going forward. Both teams have been shooting from 3 decently well, as the Pelicans are 10th in the NBA, with a 37.2% from distance, while the Rockets are currently 1st in the league, with 35.4% from beyond the arc. These defenses have been struggling lately as Houston is giving up 124 points in their previous 3 games, while New Orleans is allowing 117.5 points in their last 4 games. Houston and New Orleans are both in the top 6 in terms of offensive rebounds per game, so they get good second chance shots, so go with the over to hit in this game as well. Take the over 229.5 points. Today we're taking a look at these NBA matches, which are happening on Saturday, November 12, 2022, and giving you match breakdowns, betting tips and predictions in general on these games. Welcome back to High Stakes, let's get straight into it. Also, don't forget to subscribe and push that notification bell to get notified as soon as we release these sport prediction videos, and if you would like more betting tips and predictions, then check out our Patreon in the link down below. Our new Patreon is a way for us to help you improve your chances of making more money. The Portland Trail Blazers have been in great shape as they've won 9 of their first 12 games overall, and they will be gunning for a 4th straight victory after routing the Pelicans in a 116-95 road win on Thursday. The Dallas offense is scoring an average of 109.9 points per game, which is 22nd in the NBA. The Mavericks have a field goal shooting percentage of 46.5%, which is 18th, and a 3-point shooting percentage of 35.0%, which is 19th. Doncic is the leading scorer for Dallas with an average of 33.6 points per game and is shooting 48.8% overall, but only 29.0% from 3-point land. Spencer Dinwiddie scores an average of 18.4 points per game and shoots 48.1% overall and a very respectable 42.9% from long range. Doncic is the dish leader for Dallas with an average of 7.9 assists per game. Dallas has a 1.5 assist-to-turnover ratio, with an average of 19.3 assists and 12.9 turnovers per game. Jerami Grant led the way with 27 points, 8 rebounds and 4 assists, and Fernie Simons added 23 points with 6 assists, while Josh Hart chipped in with 17 points. As a team, the Trail Blazers shot 43% from the field and 12 of 34 from the three-point line, as they struggled to get going in the first half and trailed by 10 points, but they dominated the second half by 55-38 behind their defense, as they forced the Pelicans into 17 turnovers and just 41% shooting from the field. Meanwhile, the Dallas Mavericks have been searching for consistency as they've won 6 of their first 11 games overall, and they will be hoping to avoid a third straight defeat after falling short to the Wizards in a 113-105 road loss on Thursday. Spencer Dinwiddie led the way with 33 points and 6 assists, Luka Doncic added 22 points, 9 rebounds and 6 assists, while Tim Hardaway Jr. chipped in with 16 points off the bench. As a team, the Mavericks shot just 43% from the field and 18 of 47 from the three-point line as they got off to a quick start and poured in 34 points in the first quarter to build a 14-point lead, but they came out flat in the second half and just couldn't match the Wizards the rest of the way. Multiple plans are available for each and every one of you. By becoming a member of the High Stakes Patreon, you will have access to our best team picks, total picks, parlay picks and much more. Stop wasting hours of your time searching for bad betting predictions that ends up costing you a lot of time and money. Join the High Stakes Patreon now and get the best betting picks. Portland Trail Blazers. This is a battle of two evenly matched teams. Dallas is averaging 0.8 more points per contest, while Portland is allowing 0.1 points fewer per game. The Mavericks have been outstanding at home this season, 5-1, while the Trail Blazers have been incredible on the road, 6-1. Statistically, this contest has the makings of a fantastic battle. The problem for Portland is that they are a little thin right now. With 5 players out for this game, it is a lot to ask this club to continue to thrive with so little support from the bench. That should give the Mavericks a huge advantage. Look for them to win this game and break the winless streak against the spread. Take the Dallas Mavericks ATS, -4.5. Defense is the strong suit of both Portland and Dallas, as Portland is third in the NBA in points allowed at 106.6 points per game, while Dallas is fourth at 106.7 points per game. Dallas is also shooting just 46.5% overall and 35.0% from three-point land, which are 18th and 19th respectively. The total has finished under in 5 of Portland's last 6 and in 10 of the last 11 games that the Trailblazers have played on the road. Take the under 214 points.